All right, talking with head cross country coach Jerry Arvin. You guys have a big meet on Saturday at the Willamette Invitational. Can you tell me a little bit about that race?
Yeah, it's we've been going there for about the last 10, 11 years. We went back to Louisville one year in that span this weekend just to get ready for the national meet in Louisville and see that course. But otherwise, this has been our staple where we get to run against teams from the Pacific Northwest that we don't see normally, and several teams usually out of the Midwest will try to make its way back. Last year they changed the format where they put all the NC2A schools in one race, Division 1, 2, and 3, and they put the NAI schools, clubs, and community college in the second race. And I wasn't sure how that was going to turn out, but there was a big enough field of NAI schools that it turned out real well. This year it's going to be the same. I believe it's going to be a very tough meet and one in which we're ready to do well. The first couple of meets have just been, let's get running, let's see what's going on, let's begin to get people through their paces. This weekend we're going to race, and we'll see how we do.
All right, and can you give me a little preview of your men, what you think might happen there, and for the women, is everybody healthy? I know there's been for both sides, there's been people who have missed the first two races.
Yeah, the men, we're going to struggle a little. We're only taking 5 guys with us. This is an expensive trip, and the kids help fund raise, and if they make a choice whether they want to go. It's not something I require them to do. So only half the guys will be making the trip. We're missing our number 1 kid the last couple of meets, Kyle. Will and Brant should do well as long as their legs are refreshed, and we're hoping that's the case. Corey Bottom, senior, is going to run his first race of the year. And then the 2 freshmen, Dylan and Jacob. And after the brutal course that we ran at Balboa for their first 5-miler, this one they'll like a whole lot better. They should be able to run a couple of minutes, maybe even more faster on this course. But it'll be a very tough meet, but I think one in which it becomes important for Brent and Will to find out where they are right now, and for the 2 freshmen to get a little more of a feel of what they'll be. And then really looking forward for the men next week at Vanguard, when I think we'll have 10 guys racing. I think we'll finally have everybody back, and we'll have all the freshmen ready, which is about 5 guys. And we'll just kind of see where we are at that point.
And how about for the ladies?
The ladies, it's going to be really a big race for us. We're the 3rd ranked NEI team in there. Biola's number 1 in the nation, and Southern or Concordia of Oregon's the 6th ranked team. And then we're 9th ranked, and we've got 5 other ranked teams between us and 20th that are going to be chasing us and the other teams. So it's going to be a big race for our girls. They're gearing up for it. They've been thinking about this for about a month, as well as I have. So as long as the anxiety doesn't get too much on them and the stress, I think they'll be fine. But we're anxious. I'm anxious to see what the girls can do. I really haven't. We've run, but I don't know. We'll know, because it's going to be really a good race. And we're going to be close to full strength. Gina, I think, will be back running this week. Her Bocce, last year's number 1, and so we'll get her in the mix. I know Matranga and Zabor are healthy. Manley's coming off a sinus infection, and hoping she'll be all right. Kuntz is looking well. Ozuna's running much better. Massenberg looks good. We're going to be missing Saylor for a few weeks here, but right now, I think this will be a strong group for us, and I think the girls are ready to go. So we're taking 14 girls up there with the hope that all 14 will run. I got a couple that are sick right now, so I'm borderline on them, but they're going, so we'll see. But our main girls are all healthy and ready to go.
And how important is it for you guys to do well, at least this kind of slot in where your ranking is?
Yeah, you can drop real quick, so we don't want the teams behind us to beat us. It's important to hold our spot, to be the 3rd team, basically, is where we should fall. If we do that, then we're not going to drop probably in the rankings. And for us, with Biola in our conference and Azusa in our conference, both ranked ahead of us, to beat them at conference is going to take really a super performance on our end, and the only team that goes is the champion, and then you go down the ranking. So us being able to stay ranked in the top 15 allows us a real good shot at being able to get back to nationals this year. And right now, this is positively the strongest women's team we've ever had, and I think they'll show that Saturday with their race. But you still got to beat the other team. So each race is important. This one's important because you got you got about 9 NAIA ranked teams in the race, which we won't see most other places. Although at Biola, Simon Fraser will be down, Cal State San Marcos will be there, Biola will be there. That race will have about 5 or 6 of the top 10 ranked teams in, so that'll be a tough race for us too. But they're all coming up. The next 3 meets, getting ready for conference, are going to be tough. But this one is one which you can solidify, and you could potentially destroy your rankings. So we want to do well.
All right, well, good luck on Saturday.
Thanks, George.